We stop on unpacking collection. That is where we were in variable, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that's definitely where we stop. So do you still remember this?
Which one, sir?
Well, we do you still remember what we did?
Mm, yes. X is equal to yes, yes, sir.
Okay, so if you still remember this, so that means I can proceed with talking about something else.
Because because
You see?
no, I'm just taking. Yes, please, chicken. Okay, you gave me an assignment.
Yes.
I think that was the last time we did Python.
That was the last time we did Python. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so on this I just want us to we stop here. So let me add a new test and we are going to just talk about Python output variable. So in here, so in outputting a variable in Python, whatever it is just like you use print. So if you have that, this is my name is Kingsley, and the only way to get this outputted is by using a print function. Now this is how you can output a Python variable. So you use a print built-in function to output it. So at any point in time you use print, that's automatically, like if I run this now, it will have no result. But if I put X and run it, it is going to, like you see here, it's going to give me this.
So I don't have to put print.
Yeah, do you see the difference? So if you put print,
Okay.
now, if you put print, you look at how it put it up here, put a semicolon and put it. So if I run this like this, it is now just going to print Kingsley. My name is
Okay.
Kingsley. So in any point in time you want to output a variable in Python, um, you just need to use print built-in function. So if you have another variable which is like this, and then you also have another variable like z, and you say I am in 500 level, for example. If you want to output it in Python, you still do the same thing like print. You can still say it as x comma y and comma z. So at any point in time you want to make a make printing or output a variable in Python, you still use this same method. You can see now my name is Kingsley. I am this and I'm 500 level. So what I was trying to say is that you see here, my name is Kingsley. So it is having this. So I can decide to put a comma in between it.
Comma.
Yeah, so if you run it now, you say my name is Kingsley. Sorry,
Hmm?
what's the problem? Okay, I didn't put comma after it. That was the problem. So you can see now my name is Kingsley, comma. I am GIS analyst, and here and I can say and I am I am I am a student, and you can see here this automatically brings in the output. So you can see it going that my name is Kingsley, I am a GIS analyst, I am a student, and I am in 500 level. So you get the point now.
Yes, sir.
So this is a way you can add whatever you want to put up. This is a way you can output this such kind of a thing. And now in another way around, if you come in here using an operator here, if I say put in print x, y, and z. So I'm going to say here, comma, I say plus, I'm saying y, and I say z. And I run this same thing. You see, I am going to have this. You see the way it range? I've added them together. So it is now showing me a different thing from what I have here. You get the point now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so now I am using this to output. So it is now like a plus sign to add all of them into the same this thing. So you use that. You see the spaces you have is out. So if you want to make a space between them, let me say I put up here analyst and I run this now. You see that automatically this will give me a space because I put a space in between them here. So it is also adding that space.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is just a way you can output such kind of a thing. And now remember, this is a string. So if you have a number, for example, I have 60 and I have y is equal to your name. And then if I say this plus this, as you can see here, it is going to throw an error because it is an integer and a string. Did you get that?
No, sir.
I say,
Okay, like two different type of what's it called? Cannot
yeah,
work like
that it won't
the
work.
one stringers
Yes, yes.
of figures and figures. Okay.
So can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
Can how do I make, because I've taught you this, how do I make 60 a string? Give me two
The
methods.
string.
Yeah, give me two methods.
Ah, okay. A string is like okay, for string, we can actually put what's it called? Brackets. X is equal to
Mm-hmm.
brackets. What's it called? We put a bracket comma. Like you put yes.
Like this.
Yes.
Is this correct? Let's run
Yes,
it.
sir. Yes.
Okay, give me
Yes,
another
sir.
method.
Another one. I think I noticed one here, but I think we can put like print string like string
Like what?
like like st something. I will now put the x
That's
string
beautiful.
x.
That's the second
Yes,
method.
sir.
That's great. And this automatically render it as a string. Give me the third method.
The third method.
Yes, ma'am. This is the third method.
Uh, okay.
And still get the same thing. So that's beautiful. And then, so this is just what you need to know about that. Do you have any question?
No, sir.
Okay, so let me just talk about a global variable. Now, a global variable, when you create you use global variable both inside and outside. So at any point in time, you can use it both inside the function or outside the function. So a variable can be created outside a function. So any function that is created outside the function is called a global variable. Now, we have not really talked about function, which we are going to go in, because a function is a block of code that can run anytime you call on it, it will run. For example, I want to declare your name. Now, you get, so I want to type your name, and I want to put your name like this, for example. Now,
Yes,
this X outside here is a
yes, sir.
global variable. So if I run this particular code now, it is going to say that your name is, you know, see, I didn't use print
Yeah.
again. Do you get that now? I didn't use
Not
print. I didn't use print. So it is a block of code because of this def, which is
okay.
a
Okay.
function. So it
Yes.
automatically comes in now. If I say my function, automatically it brings me print my
My
name is, it bring that you to
my
it. Did you get what I'm saying?
yes, sir.
So
But no,
did
no, no, sir.
you
The
didn't
thing
get it?
is for X, you said the global variable is Mutiat.
Yeah,
Then
this is
def
a global variable.
my function.
Yeah,
Print print my name is
plus,
plus X.
yeah. And when since it is a block of code that anytime I call on it, I don't need to say, I don't need to
But
call.
without this def, we can still run this code.
Without this,
Yes.
now look at what will happen here.
Remove the def.
There is no function, it can't work.
If you remove the def, like if you remove the def, yes,
If
that line.
this
Look at
line,
no, the
like this, you have
no, this
indentation.
no, yes, indentation. Yes.
You have this like this. Yes,
Yes.
it's going to run.
Okay.
Yes, but what I'm saying is that when we are talking about adding function to it, this is what it. Let me give you another example.
Yes. 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 Huh? Huh? Huh?
I'm going to use this. Now, this is a block of code.
X equals to
Now, let's start with this. Now, look at this code. This is a block of code. If I run this, what will happen? Nothing will happen. But I want to only run this code, but what I want is, now, now look at this whole thing. I told you that a function is a block of code that anytime you call it, or anytime you run it, or anytime you call upon it, it will run. Is a block of code. Now it means that this is a block of code. This from here to here is a block of code. Here is another block of code. Did you get that now?
okay, sir.
Now, if I want to only see the property about you, what will I do? I will just call your name. I will call you. So how do I call you? I will call you with your function here, with you only. So if you look at the results now, you see that every code is going to stay in there. Sorry, there is indentation error. So I have to
I
move a
wanted
bit
to say that.
backward. Yeah. So if I run this code now, what will happen? It only brings in everything about you. Did it touch my own? No.
So my name is Victoria.
Did
Okay,
you
X X. My
did you
name is
understand what I'm saying?
yes, sir.
So because it is a block of code, so the only
Okay,
time it is going to work is when I call the function.
okay, sir.
So everything is here, and I told you a Python is an interpreter. It goes line by line. So if I run it, what will happen is that it run through this line, and when it gets here, the only thing it sees here is you. Is going to come out.
So if you now say Kingsley, you call on Kingsley.
Yeah, if I call on me now, then it is going to print me and you.
Because
You
I
get?
want to say that that X is still the same thing because you put X is equal to Mutiat at first.
Yes, it is going to be the same
Okay.
thing. We are coming into that. You can see here that it put it up here because I have declared x here as a
Okay.
global variable.
That's,
You get the point now.
yes.
Yeah, so this is what we call a global variable. So because it is a global variable, I can use that anytime I want. Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
so now let us bring in confusion a bit. So in that confusion, I'm just going to copy part of this code. Let me just copy this, and then I'm going to paste it here. Then in the here, I am going to define a function that I'm going to put my name, and then both of us are GIS analyst. So I'm going to put GIS Anna like this. So I am going to go to the end of it and put this. So inside here, I want to put another thing which I am going to put my name as Cheka. You get the point now?
Yes,
So
sir.
what if I call GIS Anna like
So with
this?
brackets.
Sorry, my hand is not working well. Now I want to call it like this, and I run this now. You see, I'm going to have my name is Cheka and GIS. So let me remove this and let us explain the confusion. Now look at this. Can you tell me what happened?
Okay, let me check it. Yes.
What happened?
What happened is that the the second one, the second one will override the first one.
Great.
Since it's the same variable,
Yeah, that's very very great.
so the second
Yeah, will override because it's a global variable can use both what is inside and outside. You remember? Is that okay? So I want us to,
okay, sir.
yeah,
I don't understand that.
I said because it can access what is both. I told you that the global variable have ability to access what is inside and outside, meaning that it can. This is outside the function. This is inside the function. This x is under the function of
Okay.
GIS analyst, but outside here it is called x. So it have that ability of accessing both global and local.
Both.
Is that okay?
Okay. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So now another way is we use the word, a keyword called global. So if I make this a global, it automatically recognize it as a global. So by using global x, it automatically pick it like a global. Do you get what I'm saying?
Let me check it again.
Just look at it
The
again. Think
here
well.
is an
Now it automatically
global X.
notice that it is a global, but I am going to go in here and now define another x as your name like this. And if I run the same thing, what do you think that is going to happen? Yeah,
I'm
so
sorry.
yeah, it seems like you disconnected a bit.
Yes.
Yeah, so if you look here, you see that I have I have another this thing inside here. So and I'm asking if I now put up this as the beginning and then this at the end, and I decided now to put this. You see here, your name is here. This is global. Now I now declare that X is global here, which automatically override the one outside. So do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yes, sir.
So the global keyword is used in, like when you use the global keyword, it automatically arrange this and put it like a global.
Okay, sir.
You get that now?
Yes, sir.
Now I am going to put X here. Can you tell me what happened here? I'm putting capital X and I'm putting capital X and I run this. This, because it is global, is accessing this inside here. So, but when I remove this thing here and put a small x and run it, it goes back to your name. Why?
Okay, sir.
Because it can access both local and global. Is that okay?
Wow.
I put up
Yes,
P
sir.
here, it answers this. Then what if I put here and I put the capital P here and run it? It gives me Chika because there is is a global variable, so it should be able to access both what is global and what is in local. Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, so I think we will stop in the next 3 minutes. And
Okay.
from there, we have talked about the different types. Like I've told you how you can use type. Like by using type, you know the type of data we are using. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
So I've told you about if I say x is equal to let me use your name, and I say y is equal to let me use 8, and I say z is equal to, let me use something like this, and I've said that if I say type, you should be able to see the type of numbers, like
Yes.
it is
Yes.
strings, it is
Yes.
floats. We have talked about it.
It's
So but yeah, but I want us to talk about, since we are talking about type, so let's talk about a random number. Now a random number, Python does not have a random as a function. So, but Python have a built-in function that we call random to access random number. So in that, you have to
just
import the
number.
module which we call
What is
random. Yeah, like a random number, I want to give, like I want you, like you want to play a game. Let's take a game. Let's guess a random number between 1 to 10.
okay?
So
Okay. Okay.
yeah, can you tell me what can, if I run this, can you tell me the number that is going to come out?
Import random.
Yeah,
Print random.
dot
Rand range one
1
to
to 10.
10.
Yeah. Can you tell me
Uh,
the number that is
to,
going to come out if I run again?
hold on, sir. Import random. Random. Okay. Okay. Yes, I can. I think I can try.
Oh yeah, can you guess?
It's just it's pick any number
Hmm.
between 2 to 9.
That is perfectly. That's what I want you to understand. So it picks any number between 2 down to 10. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yeah, so that is exactly what I want you to know. So it picks the number that is between 2 to 9. So if I run between 1 to 9, if I run it, it's going to be giving me number between 1 to 9. This is random. So if you want to
Mm.
do a guess game, you can do this kind of a thing. So you can tell the person what number will come out. The person say 5, you run it. Oh, you see it is not. Oh, I got it. So another person, what is the random number? The person will say something. So this is any number you put here. If I put this in 100, it can show me number between 0 to 100. And if I put this in 1000, it will give me the number between any number I want.
But if you want to include 1 and 100.
No, you have to include one. It have to range between 1 to 99999,
Okay.
excluding the main number. If I put this thing now, if I make this thing 3, it means it can only show 1 2 1 2. You can see here 1 2. If I run again, it can only show me
Okay, I
1 2.
remember in class then when I was in 200 level,
Yeah,
we did something like this. So we're now putting minus my like maybe minus 100,
yeah,
be minus forgotten. Like maybe it shouldn't show like it shouldn't show some certain number or something.
yes, yes, yeah.
That's part of it.
So this is how you can work on this. So I think we're going to start somewhere else, but for now, this is just what I want you to understand. And another thing I want you to understand is looping through a number, like looping through a
Sir?
series. Yeah,
Okay, I can hear you, sir.
yeah. I want to use your name. So now I want you to loop through your name. So in this way, so what you need to do is that you can use print name like this. So if I say print name like this, so if I run this, it's going to print your name. So what if I want it to
Yeah.
print your first letter? I will use this to print double zero here. And then when I put it up with a 0, and then that is going to give me only 0. So if I run this,
Okay,
it's
okay,
going to
okay.
start with this. So this is a way you can loop through a number. Yeah, so this is a way you can loop through a number, a name, whatever it is. So if I want to get the value of u, I'm going to use 1. Remember in Python that a
Sir,
number
sir, can
start
we
with
say we
0.
are now on tuple?
You say?
That like can we say we are working on tuples, bah?
Yeah, we have not gotten to that, but what we are doing now is that we are looping through a strings.
Okay.
Yeah, we are looping through a strings. So we
So
are trying to access the string. So we are going into that because very soon we'll be going into something like that. So, but what we are doing is that we are trying to go through the strings. So if I want to get, like I said, this is 0, 1, 2, 3,
yeah,
4, 5. So remember that Python positioner start from 0. Is that
yeah.
okay?
Okay.
So if you want to
Okay.
access each of those, you are going to access them using this. So it means that if I use 2 here, what will be the result?
Sir, it will
If I,
be 0 1, so it will be T.
yeah, that is perfect. So what if I use 2 this here? What will be the result? If I
If
use
you use two what?
yeah, if I use 2 this, like you can see here, what will be the result?
Okay, it will be from T downwards.
That's perfectly great. So it's going to be from T downward. What if I use from here, the beginning, and remove
It
this?
will be T upwards like MUT.
That's perfect. So not MUT, MU, because it does not have to add that particular value to it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That particular
But
position.
what if we put plus one? It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, a plus one have to be a plus
Like
one.
2 plus 1.
2 plus 1.
No, it doesn't work that way. Like if you wanted to print that T,
If I wanted to
it don't
print
work like
the T only,
okay, like it will be three like that. It's simple. It will be three.
yeah. So if I run this, what will happen? It will bring me everything.
Okay, sir.
Then if I put minus 1, what do you think that will happen?
If you put minus one,
Yes.
if you put minus one without without colon, right?
Yeah.
If you put minus one, I think it will start from the back. It is printing.
Yeah, so it is
Abi?
definitely going to start from the back.
Mm.
So you need to understand this. This is a way you can assess the position of A. This is
Okay,
how you
proceed.
can loop through it. So it is called, we are looping, like we're trying to assess a particular
So
value
what's
of the
what's
strings.
the topic?
What?
Strings is okay, still strings.
Yeah, we're still in strings, but we're just trying to assess their positions. Is that okay?
Position.
Yeah, their position, where
Position.
they are.
Okay.
And then we can also loop through the strings. We can loop through the strings. Let me use this. So I want us to loop through the strings using for loop. So for example, you have that, and we can say that for x in name, for example, print x. Now you see that you are going to loop across it like this.
For X in name is equal to Matthias
Yeah, this
for
is, we are
X,
using for loops now to loop through the letter of the word, your name.
but we don't know X.
Yeah, you don't know x. You can say for z in, for z,
Mm,
each of the elements in, for each of the elements in your name.
okay. Okay.
Did you get that?
Mm, yes, sir.
Okay, so
Okay.
yeah, so what if we use it like this and we say for name in z, print name.
You
Then
print everything.
what do you think that is going to happen?
For a name is equal to Matthias for name in Z. Print name. It will just print uh,
So
Matthias.
yeah, so this is a way you can use, this is using for loop. So I'm laughing because there's a place we will talk about these things better, where we will start asking questions, ourselves questions. But for now, we are just making an introduction to it. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let us go into, let's go into lengths. So how do you assess the length of a string? You use the keyword length. Now if I run this, you are going to have the length as 18. Do you know why?
Sir?
If I want to assess the
Okay.
length of a string, how do I get it?
Uh, eh, like the numbers of the alphabet or something
Yeah,
like
so it
that.
could, this is 1, 2, 3.
And
So
the spacing.
yeah, with the space. So let me put it like this and run it now. And you see that your name is 6, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I put space in between them and run it, what is going to do is going to increase to 7. So this is a way you
Okay.
can get a length of a string. Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
So we are still making progress a bit. We have stayed over the time, but I just wanted us to round up this so that when we are starting on the fresh topic. You
Okay,
understand?
sir.
So another thing is how you can check whether something is inside something in a string. So I am going to use my name, and I'm going to say Kingsley check, and then I am going to check if my name, if your name is inside here. How do you check it? you just say print, for example, let me use mail. Yeah. So if I say print mail in X, what happened?
Okay. Four.
So if you print mail in there, you see that there is nothing like that inside it. It is false because there is nothing like mail inside what we just do. Is that okay? So
Yeah.
I copied. What I'm doing now is that I'm trying to copy unnecessary letters, and I'm going to add three brackets to it, and I'm going to the end of it to add another one, two to it. Remember what I told you about using three quotes? So if I run this now to check whether there is mail inside it, there is no mail inside all this letter. Is that okay? Yeah,
Yes,
but
sir.
if I say climate, you can see there is climate inside it. If I run this, it is going to be true because there is climate inside here. You understand what I'm
Oh,
saying?
sir. The three what's it called? Inverted comma.
Yes.
The one you
Yeah.
talked about is when you want to comment.
Yeah, when you want to do comment, but when you want to declare a variable too, you can use it.
Mm,
Yes, I am now trying to
okay.
access what is inside here. So,
Without, without putting brackets.
yes, without putting brackets.
Okay.
So what it means is that I am trying to access the word here. Do you get? So I want to check whether if
Okay.
this word is it inside here. So if I use search, is there search inside here? I can see whether there is search or not. The answer is that true, there is search here. So if you look here,
Wow.
this is search. But if I put your name here, your name is not inside this thing I copied now. You remember? So if I put your name here and run it, it's going to be false because your name is not there. So this is how you can check strings. Is that okay? Now in this same thing we are doing, if you want to use if to work on it, so I'm going to paste the same word, but in this case, after printing having these words in here, I can make a simple this thing by after declaring, and I say if that particular word is
Okay.
inside it, then print it is present. For example, I'm going to run this. You see now, what did it say? I'm saying that if this word is inside here, that it ought to print that it is present. So if I run it, it will tell me whether it is there or not there. So what is happening? It is not showing me what I want. Let me check the problem.
And what of else?
Yeah, we are going to that. We are just trying to start with if.
Yeah, Mutiat is not there.
Yes, the mutiat is not there. So it is going to say, sorry, yeah, it's
Else.
going to say, but now when we say s, now we say we can use now to use s and
Yeah.
say it is not there. So what will happen when we run it now? It will be able to say no, it is not there.
Yes.
You get that now?
Yes,
So
sir.
yeah, this is a way you can walk through this, and then there are several ways you can do that again. So the several ways you can do that is that you are going to also like have a check word. For example, you can say that, let's start from here. this is what I'm saying. If you have a bulk of words that you want to check in, and you see that you can use input function to check a word in that list, whatever you want to look for. So how do you do it? By the time you enter a word, there are there. So if I press enter, that is going to check and say yes, it is here. I have used this to declare work on this. So I'm using input. So if I say any word I put, I can type whatever word I
Input
want to type in. And if I press enter, it's going to check and give me
word.
this result. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any question?
Yes. Okay. No, sir.
Okay, so just know that if you don't have any question, we are going to start, we are going to stop here. And we are just going to do next time, because I just make a bit introduction of slicing, which I did here. I may talk about slicing here. So, but we're going to go into like talk about it. This is where we're going to recap. So this is where we're going to recap next time and start.